Hey everybody, Rob Cootie here, MLM Solution. Hello, and I hope everybody's doing well. Today is Tuesday, December 15th. It's currently 10:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, we go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as you know, we talk all things network marketing, the good, the bad, and yes, even the ugly. We talk about things and dive deep into things you will not learn anyplace else. They do not want you to know this information because they're afraid that you will not join their business if you do. But you have a right to know this type of information because when you're properly informed, you are empowered to do amazing things with this great business model. That being said, if you will, we need your help as always. We can't do this by ourselves, and we do this show for you, but we need your help in spreading the word about this great information we're putting out for your sake. You can do that by using hashtag the MLM Solution, hashtag the MLM Solution. Spread it across the globe where the fellow network marketers, the world becomes a better place when we share positive information. That being said, also visit our site, themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. We're going to go live here in a second.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, Miss Marie. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Rob. How are you on this wonderful Tuesday morning?
I'm doing fine, thank you. And I missed that intro. I'm trying to time it just right. Sometimes when I push the button, it doesn't cohesively go from that 30-second countdown to the intro. I'm going to have to make those two together. I will do that. I'll add that to my long list of to-dos.
Yeah, well, I like that 30-second countdown. I think you're bringing me good snow because, again, it's kind of got that snow globe, snowflake feel, and I've got the same thing happening outside my window again this morning. That's 2 days in a row.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. We both like snow, and that's cool. That's cool. I like that. So. Yes. We have been covering a lot of great content, and today, everybody, we are going to be covering something that most people would not even think about, Miss Marie. They wouldn't even give it a second thought, would they?
Nope, probably not. And there are some people that are going to go, well, what is this compliance thing? It's not even something I've heard of.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, is that some people are like, okay, what is this referring to? Why do I need to know this information? And guys, as you know, we don't talk about anything that does not benefit you. So this is a really wonderful subject that you're not going to learn anyplace else. And it does apply to you. You're going to learn in today's episode what this means and how it affects your business and your success. And it is something that, once again, Miss Marie and I will sometimes come up with a subject that we think that is a little bit offbeat. But you know what? We know it's relevant because, once again, what do? We dig into our past and we say, is this appropriate? Is this necessary? So here we are with this subject that, once again, you're not going to learn anyplace else. Isn't that right, Miss Marie?
That is correct. And we don't always, go out of our way to find these kind of offbeat topics, but it is one of those that I came across, and it occurred to me, this is something we don't typically talk about, but it is an important topic. And here's the other thing, and I think this is why it actually struck me, was just the word compliance or being compliant for me has really negative connotations. It's like the last thing I want to be is
No.
compliant, right? I don't know if you were a Star Trek fan at all, but the Star Trek first generation, they had the Borg, and it was you will be assimilated, and that whole idea of you will fall into line, you will be compliant. And it's just like, it just rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
Yeah, it rubs me the wrong way a lot. You tell me I got to be compliant, you have guaranteed that I will not be compliant. And so I totally get it. You're made like me. You're like, and I don't think that's going to work. No, and then you're for the underdog. You're like, come on, I'm with you. Let's go.
And I operate a little bit on that theory. Rules are made to be bent, if not totally broken. So again, that whole idea of compliance and rule following, it just rubs me wrong.
It does. I agree. If I could see value in the end game, then I will fall into line. But if I don't see value and I feel you're taking advantage of me and lying to me, then guess what? You're going to get the big double middle finger and a verbal to back it up as well. So I totally get it. But why don't you set it up real quick, and then we'll get started with our show.
Yep, absolutely. So the whole idea of compliance when it comes to network marketing companies, depending on how long the company's been around, how large it is, oftentimes you will find network marketing companies have a compliance department, or they at least have an individual that's responsible for it. It's kind of their set of rules and regulations, if you will, in terms of how the company is going to operate and what you're agreeing to as an independent contractor working with that network marketing company. So things like the use of the network marketing company's logo in your advertising, social media posts, those types of things, oftentimes have to be approved by the compliance department or some individual within the network marketing company. And the reason, of course, for that is you don't want to put the company at risk, or the company does not want individuals running around putting it at risk. You can get into legal struggles and those types of things. We've talked in a previous episode about when network marketing companies expand into international markets. Oftentimes you have to be careful about preemptively going in and quote unquote advertising or talking to people about the business opportunity in those markets before they're legally open in the international markets. You can put the entire network marketing company at risk from a legal standpoint. And you're not even an employee of the company, right? Again, you're operating as an independent contractor, business partner within the network marketing company. So another aspect that we'll be touching on, of course, is also making claims when it comes to either the products or the income opportunity. Oftentimes there are compliance issues with that. For example, products, you can't run around saying your network marketing company's product cures cancer or cures anything for that matter. It may help. There may be studies that have proven that it works well, but you've got to be careful about the claims you make. Similar when it comes to income, right? You can't run around advertising the fact that you made $50,000 this month and imply that other people can do the same thing, because that's not true. And that's one of those areas, and maybe we need to do a whole separate episode talking about income and how to, respond to those types of questions and prospecting, recruiting, and working with business partners, because that's a whole different aspect as well. But you have to be careful about those income claims, because again, you can put the network marketing company in a legally liable position that then they can get fined for, or potentially even be closed down. So Rob, did I set that up well?
You did. You did a great job.
Okay.
I had my mute on. And as you guys can hear, the baby's in the background and the wife's taking care of them, feeding them lunch. And sometimes they're a little noisy, and I'm I will obviously acknowledge that, but I will not apologize because they're babies. They're 18 months old, and sometimes they're going to voice their opinion. And the one you hear is Harrison, who has Downs, and that is the way he is being verbal and saying, I'm not happy.
Well, I was going to say kids don't always catch the concept of volume control either.
No. And she does a wonderful job trying to keep him quiet because she knows that we're doing a show, and I think she does a great job, and I'm grateful for what she does. So anyway, with that being said, you touched on a couple things there that certainly bears addressing even further, and that is this. Whoops, there we go. Today's podcast number 95, just in case you didn't know, we're going to say network marketing company compliance. How does it affect you? We're going to talk about that. To touch on some of the things that she just brought up is this, guys. Always know, as we dig deep into this premise right here, the company's not your friend. Okay. I don't care if you're the number one earner. They're not your friend. Okay. The company has bylaws, rules, regulations, whatever you want to call them, for the reasons that she talked about. They do not want to be sued out of business. They do not want to be liable for anything. They will bend over backwards to offer products that are safe and user-friendly, and so that no one gets hurt in any way, shape, or form, whether that is the product affecting their health, mental or physical, or the product somehow injuring somebody. The thing is that they want to make sure that their products are safe and do what they say they're going to do so that there are no lawsuits, okay? Because they can't afford, especially as a new company, to have lawsuits at their doorstep. So that's one of the reasons, and probably one of the big reasons, why most network marketing companies offer outstanding products. They bend over backwards before they open the doors to make sure that their products are in fact safe all the way around. So with that being said and out of the way, you just have to realize that the company is not your friend. They write the bylaws so that they can get rid of you for some of the reasons that she talked about this way. Some of the reasons that she talked about. And what does that mean? Okay. It means this. It means that if you're out there and you have a motor mouth and you're saying things about the company that aren't true, and you're part of their downline or part of their distributor force, they have bylaws where they can legally get rid of you. They can cut you out, take away your ID number where you can't do business anymore, and rightfully so. They will send you a cease and desist order. Okay, it didn't sound right. I knew it was right, but anyway, it just didn't come out right. Anyway, the thing is that they will send that to you. And if they have to get a lawyer involved, they certainly will, to get you to stop doing what it is you're doing. If you're using the product inappropriately and in promoting that inappropriateness into your downline, once again, you are going to hear from the company. Okay. There's many different scenarios. So they write the bylaws, number one, so they can protect themselves. Okay. And so that they can get rid of people who are problems. Well, one of the things that we've talked about in a previous episode, one of the things you will not hear from other people is the company has in their bylaws the ability to get rid of a Rob or a Marie if we're the number one or number two earners in the company. You might say, well, why would they do that? Okay. And this is part of the compliance. We'll talk about how this relates here in a moment. The reason they do that is because they know that a vast majority of their income comes from Miss Marie's or Rob's business, and they cannot afford for Rob or Marie to get upset and leave the company and take their business with them, meaning that there would be a huge financial gap in the company's monthly income, and it may not recover. So they will have bylaws written to where they could nitpick Rob and Marie to where they can cut us off from recruiting, in other words, getting any bigger, because we're a threat to them. We pretty much own the company without owning the company, okay, is what it boils down to. And they don't like not having total control. And I can understand that. I don't think it's evil on their part. I think it is, hey, they're the ones that had the blood, sweat, and tears. They're the ones that lined up the financing, got the product, and had the comp plan designed, all this and that. And they don't want some Yahoo coming in and building a business so big that they pretty much own the company. In other words, we make up 75-80% of the company's monthly income. That has to be a scary thing, because you can see everything that you've worked for going down the toilet if Rob and Marie go rogue, right, Miss Marie?
That is very true. Yes.
So what they do is they write bylaws that if you don't comply with, and this is that word, the show's about compliance, if you don't comply with their bylaws, you can be excommunicated, okay? Did I say that correct and use it in the proper way? I do believe I did, okay? So the thing is that you do not want to put yourself in that position, but same time you cannot live in fear of that, okay? You got to do what you do. And what are you? A professional business builder. Your job was, number one, to come in, and then there again, you got to realize that I hope I can speak for Miss Marie. I'm getting it right. I'm pointing in the right direction now. The thing is that I think I can speak for her, and if not, please speak up, Miss Marie. In that when I find a new company, I am emotionally detached. Okay, I do not care about that company, and I don't mean that in a bad way. That company is nothing more than a tool for me. We talk about that all the time. I don't care about that company. I don't care about the people that own that company. I don't mean that. I love my fellow human being. That is not what I'm saying. I love them and appreciate them and everything they've done as fellow human beings. What I'm saying is they are filling a role in that company as a president, vice president, whatever the case may be. I don't care about those positions. Okay. I don't care about that company. I hope it succeeds, because if it does, it's better for the industry. It's better for the world when positive things happen. I'm all for that. But I understand my role and understand their role. Okay. What are they going to do? They don't care about me. They don't even know I exist unless I make it in the top 5 of the company. Okay. They don't care. Now, I don't mean they don't care about me as Rob. What I'm saying is they don't care that I'm even out there. They don't even know I'm out there. And they don't care that they don't know. And it's not them being mean. They have a role to fill. And what is the role? To get up every day and move forward and make the company profitable and stable. What is my job? To get up every day, move forward, and make sure that I'm stable and profitable, and to help my downline. That's my role. Okay. So I don't care about the company. It is a tool for me to get to the end at which I want, which is the money and the lifestyle. So with that out of the way, which we talk about all the time, but I want to clarify, I understand that the companies, most of them, if they're smart, I don't always agree with it, but if they're smart, they'll write a bylaw where they can use that bylaw to get rid of people like me if I go rogue. Okay. If I don't, quote unquote, comply. We opened this episode with what? Talking about how Miss Marie and I are outside. I don't like using this term. I hate using it, outside of the box. It's cliche and I don't like it, but it's about the best way I can describe it. Miss Marie and I are free spirits. Okay. We comply when we want to. And when we know that the rules are honest and legitimate and sincere and have a positive point about them. If the rules are arbitrary and just there to be a pain in our butt and expecting us to comply, then we got a problem with that. And that's the way most people should be. You should have a spine, stand up for what's right and stand against what's wrong. Right, Miss Marie?
That is accurate. And one thing I do want to tack on here is that it's a balance, right? Between the relational, personal aspects and then the transactional business aspects. So we're really focusing on the business aspects here.
Yes. Thank you for that clarification. She's right. Sometimes she has to reel me in. I get it. Okay. So, and this is not me being mean or aggressive. This is me clarifying. It's an important point to make that we have our role as professional business builders. Okay. We are entrepreneurs. You notice that we rarely use the word network marketers. Okay. We use that term to identify other people in the industry, but not ourselves. It's not because we're elitists, not because we're part of a special group. Look, we are entrepreneurs. Miss Marie and I are always looking for different ways to make money. We have realized that this is a wonderful way with this business model to make money because we have a lifestyle that we want to live and maintain. Okay. So we know how to build this business. We know this business inside and out. So we are definitely qualified to call ourselves professional business builders, because that's what we do. You could hire us if you were to start a new company. We're not getting off topic here. This is all part of this discussion. If we were to start a new company, you would want to knock on our door, because we know how to build a big business quickly. Okay. And that's what new companies need. Those type of people specialize in building large and huge businesses quickly. Okay. That's the reason why they're in high demand. What are they? They're not network marketers. They are professional business builders. They know each and every step they got to take. They're willing to do the work, but they want to be compensated for their efforts. And Miss Marie, as we know, we talked about before, a lot of these people are paid huge sums of money up front. And a lot of times you say, well, that's unethical, that's immoral, they shouldn't do that, that dilutes. No, these people have tremendous value. They're going to bring multi-millions of dollars. If you pay somebody $1 million to come in and start building a large business, that's in its first year is going to create $50 million for the company. I'd say the $1 million is cheap because you made $49 million in profit. I'd say that's a pretty darn good deal. I would take those odds every day. I'd give up $1 million to make $49 million in 1 year. Wouldn't you, Miss Marie?
Yes.
Okay. So don't give me that crap that these people shouldn't be paid up front. What they do is special. If you don't think it is, then go out and do it yourself and see how hard it is. Okay. These people are special. They know what they're doing. They know how to do it. They're worth every red cent. Okay. Miss Marie, the reason they do that, they take that money up front, is twofold. One, they want to be rewarded for what they do and what they know how to do and what they will do. Additionally, because their experience and their name has value, okay, and that is the agreed upon value at that moment, $1 million. And here's the thing: a lot of times they'll get a percentage of the company as well, but here's the thing: they know that the company has bylaws that could get rid of them if they did not request $1 million up front. All their effort is for naught, because the company reaped, even if Miss Marie took all her organization, 100% of her people, and left, guess what? The company still made $49 million. So she can leave all she wants. And if she didn't ask for $1 million up front, then she screwed herself, and it's her fault. Okay. She walked away with nothing, and the company made $49 million. Okay. Because she built this huge organization that pumped out $49 million in 1 year. Right, Miss Marie? So once again,
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, according to my math, yes, that would be correct.
That's right. So Miss Marie would walk away pissed off because she did not demand the money up front, the $1 million, because she knows she was worth it. And she walks away even madder because she created $49 million, and she knows that because she can see the volume in her back office. Okay. So the bottom line is, guys, is that these people have earned it, which Miss Marie is smart enough to know to get the money up front, because she also knows the companies create bylaws to get rid of people like Miss Marie. Okay. So it's good, smart business sense. Okay. You say, well, what does that got to do with complying? Because I'm trying to show you the tremendous value that these people bring to the table, but they have to comply because they also understand that there's bylaws that could get rid of them. The bigger they get, the worse that situation could get. Okay. Sometimes, Miss Marie, the leadership will, behind closed doors, hold a meeting and agree to get rid of Miss Marie, even if she did nothing wrong. Why? Because Miss Marie is a threat. What if somebody else came around and said, Miss Marie, we'll give you $3 million to help us get our new company off the ground? What do you think she's going to do? Okay. What do you think she's going to do? And you say, well, that's unreal. That's unreal of her to do that. That's unethical. It's immoral. Once again, who are you to tell Miss Marie what she's to do with her life? Additionally, this is known as capitalism. Miss Marie knows that she has a limited window of opportunity in her life to build something like this and to make this kind of money. As she gets older, her value is going to diminish. It's the way it is. Additionally, as she gets older, chances are she may have some health issues. Hopefully nothing serious. Again, diminishing her value. Because what they'll say behind closed doors, Marie's had her time. She's gotten older. I don't know if she is worth the money and can pull this off. Okay. So she's got to make as much money as she can. So if another company comes knocking on her door and says, hey, you did such a great job here. Once you come to us, we'll give you $3 million. Okay. But she'd be stupid. Well, the companies know that, and they'll be proactive in getting rid of her, even if she did not do nothing wrong, even if she complied with everything the company has out there. Now, we'll get into specifics about compliance here in a minute, but I wanted you to understand the overall picture and what this compliance that we're talking about, how it could affect your business and your success and your future. That's what we talked about. If you look at the ticker, it says, how does that affect you? So that's what I wanted to do, is first and foremost address how it affects you. And we'll talk about other compliance issues here in a moment. You got anything to add there, Miss Marie?
Well, I was just going to say, for those who may be American football fans, it's like being a free agent in the network marketing industry, right?
Good point.
You are going to go where the money is because you have to provide for your family. You're working towards your goals and dream, and which team you're playing for, which network marketing company you're working with. Again, keep in mind, as Rob mentioned, we're incorporating that as a tool to achieve our income goals. Which company you're working with doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously choosing the correct company matters, but if you have one company offering you $1 million and one offering $3 million, you're going to take the 3 every time, right?
If you're smart, you're going to. That's right. That's right. And let me say this, as we get ready to do our commercials, and I would say that in jest, guys, you have to realize, if you ever find yourself in this situation, you are a hired gun. A hired contractor is probably a more appropriate way to put it. And you better have a lawyer drawing up a contract, okay, and being specific. Because the companies that come to you and say, we're going to give you $1 million, look, that's a lot of money. There could be lawsuits left and right out of that. Protect yourself. Realize, once again, the company's a tool. If they're coming after you and saying, look, we respect your ability to build this business so quick. Because look, if you come into a business, a new company, and you go, and let's say you've never been a part of network marketing before, and you go to the top number 1 or 2 top earners in the company, and you stay there for a couple, 2 or 3 years, word's going to get out. And other companies are going to come to you because they realize that you now understand how to build a business like that. And they're going to find value in that. Now, you may not make $1 million in your first contract job. You may make $500,000 because they might think, hey, this might be a fluke and we can't afford to throw around $1 million plus to somebody that's relatively new to this. But hey, they're worth $500,000. We can do that because they can write it off in their taxes. Okay. So if you find yourself in that situation, you have to realize that you are a hired gun. That is what you are. You're not a distributor. Okay. And yes, you are a professional business builder, there's no doubt. And you are definitely an entrepreneur because you're what? You're focusing on money, making as much as you can. Okay. But here's the thing, guys, there are legal issues that could come out of this. You need to protect yourself. You need to get a hold of a network marketing lawyer. There are lawyers that specialize in that. And this is a platinum nugget of information because I don't want you guys to get caught with your pants down. You need to get with them and you need to tell them what's going on because they've seen this before. And they will write up contracts to protect you, your assets, and everything else. And that way you have kind of a shield around you as a contractor, because that is what you are. Money has changed hands. It's a legal contract. What the company is saying that, hey, we're giving Rob and Marie $1 million a piece to perform the following functions. And what happens if Marie and I do not fulfill that? We could be sued for that $1 million. Okay. So you got to make sure you got your butt covered. I just want to throw that that platinum nugget out there, Miss Marie, before we took a break here real quick.
Yep.
But you don't agree, though.
That was good information to have for sure.
That's right, because it happens. All right. With that being said, we're going to learn information like we're sharing with you today. Well, one place you can begin is by going to our website, as always, themlmsolution.net. Visit there. As you can see, these are free gifts. You can see the word free up there at the top. Guys, this information is unbelievable. You are not going to get this information anyplace else. The 4 critical mistakes most network marketers make, even the veterans, and how to overcome them. Do you know what the 4 critical mistakes are? I bet you don't. And if you don't, you definitely need to know them. Why? Why do you need to know them? Because if you are making these mistakes, they are literally eating away at the foundation you're putting into place. You're doing all this hard work for nothing if you're making these 4 critical mistakes, even if you're making one of the 4, okay? But the 4 most critical mistakes that most networkers make on a consistent basis are in this package, which includes the ebook, the video, and the audio. The video and audio supplement and raise the level of knowledge and of the ebook. The ebooks, our ebooks, are from 8 pages to 20 pages. They're short, concise, and to the point. There's not a lot, and it's not small font with dense material. Okay, it's average font, written in a way that is easy to understand. The 5 simple steps to networking success. We talk about it all the time. Look, there's 5 simple steps in the business building process. They're the basics. They've been there since the beginning. They have 60 plus years of huge success, moderate success, and even light success to their credit. They do not need any further endorsement by me or anyone else. Their success speaks on their own. 5 simple steps to networking success based on the fundamental principles of the business building process, a perfect companion to the 4 critical mistakes. You do not want to leave one with, or leave the website with just one. You want to have them both. They're like peanut butter and jelly, as Miss Marie is famous for saying. The 0 to Networking Heroes, just as important, brings all that together. Do not go there and not download all 3. Why? Because they're free. They're free. Okay. In addition, we have our Black Friday sale going on till the end of the year. You can see the URL right there, the MLMsolution.net/Super-Friday. Go there and you will be able to get a great discount. This package is normally $299.95. We had it on sale for $99.95, but Black Friday, we took it down, believe it or not, to an unbelievable $49.95. And when you go there and you see all the content that comes with this wonderful package, you're going to be blown away. It includes everything you need to be successful in this business model. Do not miss it out or miss out on it. Take advantage of it while it's there, because I can promise you the price is going to go up. All right, Miss Marie, enough of the commercials. Let's move on. So, all right. With that being said, other compliance issues, your downline. We talked about that before as well. I'll kind of set it up, Miss Marie, and run with it from there. Guys, look, you have some downline that could jeopardize your business as well. And I don't mean that you're going to lose your spot unless you're in cahoots with some of the things your downline's doing. But you'll have some rogue downline people, including some of your leaders, who get a big ego or think they're big shots or had huge success in other industries and came here and they think that you and the whole thing is a bunch of yahoos. So they're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to listen and go away, leave me alone. By golly, I built many things in my life and I'm hugely successful and I'll do it here too. Do it my way. And that can really put you in a pickle. And once again, knowing the bylaws is big for you as a leader of a growing business, because you need to know when one of your downline is a little bit out of hand and that issue needs addressing, right, Ms. Marie?
Well, yes, and especially when it comes up against compliance issues that the company has laid out and said, don't do these things.
Yes.
And the main ones that at least I've encountered with people in my organization are making those unfounded claims about the product, overselling what they're able to do. You know, if it's the laundry ball, it lasts for 5 years, you know, you can do so much laundry with it. Or, you know, it's typically the health and wellness category where people get into talking about curing certain diseases. Right. It totally cleared up my rheumatoid arthritis type of thing. You have to be really careful about those things, especially when it comes to the products, because there are organizations like in the United States, we have the FDA that monitors those things. Now, most network marketing companies, their products, they will tell you they're not FDA approved, but that doesn't mean they're not being monitored by those governmental agencies to make sure that the consumers are being protected.
That's
So
right.
you never want to put the company in jeopardy with those things. So that, and the other side within my organization, the struggles that I've had sometime are the unfounded income claims.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can make $10,000 a month in 3 months or less. It's easy. You know, you never want to do that because you can never project what an individual is going to be able to do. Even if you yourself have done it and you have that check and it shows $10,000 on it, that's you. That's your particular circumstance, set of skills, time and effort that you've put in. You cannot, you know, say that anyone's going to be able to duplicate that exactly, and certainly not the timing, because they're coming in after you, because they're coming in as your business partner, right? So things change in that arena. So you cannot guarantee any type of income either. So those are the two biggest struggles I've run into, butting up against the compliance issues with the company, where I've had to have conversations with someone in my downline about, hey, don't do that, point at the company bylaws and go, right here it says that's a big no-no. I've been fortunate enough, I haven't had to have the company itself intervene, because if things do get bad enough, if someone's not listening to your direction in terms of staying in compliance with those companies' rules, regulations, bylaws, however you want to refer to them, it is in your best interest, your business, to go to the company and say, hey, I've got, you know, Bill Smith over here making income claims that are unfounded. I've tried to have a conversation with him. Obviously, my word's not carrying enough clout. So maybe you, as the compliance officer for the company, would like to give him a call. So I haven't had to do that, but yeah, no, just those situations you want to avoid. Not fun.
Well,
what's your experience been in that arena? I'm sure you've run into that as well.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right, and thank you for asking. I'll go down that road here in a minute, but also let me just say this to add to what she just said, because she nailed it. One of the things you do not want to do is this: you do not want to show your check to other people. Okay. And you say, well, okay, I won't tell them. I'll just show them my check, and that'll show them what's possible. Guys, that is illegal. That was passed in the middle to late 80s, maybe the early 90s. I don't remember. I want to say it was the 80s. It is against the law, because just because you're not saying it with your mouth, you are implying it just the same if you show your check. Do not do that. I just wanted to make sure, Miss Marie, that people were aware of that, because I did not want them to get caught in that unfortunate situation. You can be sued many different ways, by the company as well as by the individual for doing that. So don't do it. All right. That being said, some of the things that I've run into, you'll have some rogue downline that will do without, because look, you can't monitor. The bigger you get, if you have thousands of people in your downline, or even hundreds, let's say you have 700-800 people in your downline, very nice business, something you should certainly be proud of, but you can't monitor everybody, right? And you're going to log into your back office, and you're going to monitor as well as you can, but where is your focus going to be? On your leaders, and rightfully so. Okay, so you're not always going to see everything that's going on in there. All right. And here's what I'm getting at. You're going to have a situation where some people may, quote unquote, go rogue. And I really hate using that term, but it's the best one word description of what we're talking about. And it is this: you have people that will use the radio. And Miss Marie, you ever seen that?
Radio advertisements?
Yep.
Oh, sure. I've seen radio advertisements. I've seen television advertisements. I've seen pop-up ads on the internet. I mean, I've seen just about all of them at some point. Okay.
So Miss Marie has seen it, and I'm talking specifically about radio, because most people can't afford the TV. But believe it or not, if you get a consortium of people together and you say, hey, Rob, Marie, and 300 other people. If all of you pitch in $50, we can buy airtime on radio, or like she said, TV, whatever, and which has been done, both of them. She's right. And here's what will happen. We'll rotate, or we'll buy ads in network marketing magazines or whatever, and we will rotate out of the 300 of us. In other words, we'll send them to a website, and the first one will be Miss Marie. And then the second person that fills out the form will go to Rob. And the third person that fills out the form will go to Sally, and then Tom, and then Dick, Harry, Jane, and all them. Okay. And so you have this system in place that is really borderline. In company policies, most companies prohibit that kind of activity. And it could be borderline illegal as well, not because it's network marketing and not because of the fact you're running radio ads, but the way you have set it up could be open for lawsuits from the person that's number 198. Okay. They may be a lawyer, or they may be an ex-lawyer, or they may be from a family of lawyers, and somebody says, that didn't sound right. Let me look at that. Hey, you got a lawsuit here. And next thing you know, you got a lawsuit, not only against the person that's running the whole thing, but possibly against all 300 people. You could be liable, unfortunately, for a lawsuit that you didn't even have anything to do with. You were just part of the team. Okay. So you can see where, once again, but the fact that the people did not comply with the company's bylaws, they opened themselves up for what? A lawsuit. Okay. And that could get ugly fast and expensive, to say the least. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're talking about compliance and legalities and the potential for lawsuits, that's money out the window.
And I would say that's going to ruin most people's businesses, maybe even have a major impact on their lives. And that is not something that you want to play with as you're trying to get your business off the ground. Why not focus on doing the right things so you don't have to worry about the wrong things? You don't have to worry about looking over your shoulder. Are they going to be knocking on my door sometime soon? Are they going to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the company people chasing you down. Okay, saying, what in the world are you guys doing? Why are you doing this? All right, so that being said, product claims, same thing. Do not be out there, as she said, I'm not going to go any deeper than that, because the bottom line is, if you're out there making all these crazy claims, you are opening yourself up for major issues. Guys, don't do that. Hold on one second, Miss Marie. You may have to take over. I got a doggy at my feet.
Oh, no problem. Well, the whole point with the claims when it comes to products, of course, is you can't overstate what the products do. More often than not, you can use personal testimonials. You can talk about how the product helped you, what it did for you personally. You can solicit that type of information from other members within your team to talk about their personal experience with the product. It cleared up my acne in 4 weeks of use, or whatever the case may be. As long as it's personal experience, that cannot be disputed. But if you're going to make a blanket claim and say, this product will clear up your acne in 4 weeks, that may not work for everyone. You know, when it comes to health and wellness products in particular, those impact people differently. It can take a different amount of time. It may or may not be as effective as successful. So when you're talking personal testimonies, those can't be disputed, but it's those blanket statements you got to be really careful about.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, guys, weight loss. Did you mention weight loss while I was going?
I did not. That's a good one too.
Yeah, weight loss can be another sore spot, guys. Just be real careful with that. I think a lot of this is just common sense, but there's things that people don't take time to think about, or they just kind of let it go right over their head. Let me tell you about another thing, guys, that you want to be aware of. Comp plan claims, same thing as income, showing your check or something. Going out and making false claims about the comp plan, that could be a real issue. Okay, that can be something that you're going to be like, oh crap, I got myself in a pickle. you're once again, you're typically going to get more trouble with a company than you are with a law issue. But according to how crazy your claims may be, you could definitely put yourself in a legal situation as well. Again, we're just trying to make sure that you guys don't do that, and we're making you aware. Once again, there's a lot of people out there that won't talk about these things because they don't want you to be afraid of the business model. They don't want you to be afraid to take a chance and join them in their organization. I get that to a certain point, but once again, you are smart people. You know, by us sharing this information with you, it better prepares you mentally as well as knowledge-wise, what to expect from the business model, what the potential issues could be, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I don't think that would keep you from joining a company or somebody in their business. I think it would better prepare you. You'd say, hey, look, I know what not to say. I know what not to do here. So that way I have a safe business that I can depend on, and one that's not going to get in trouble with the company. Okay. And also letting you know that the company's not your friend. It's not a bad thing. It's that the company has its role and you have yours. Well, I would think that would empower you once again, because you're going to know what your role is, and you're going to be prepared as you get bigger and bigger and bigger for the potential issue between you and the company that we already have addressed. Okay. So Ms. Marie, I think it allows people to be better prepared, don't you, in regards to joining somebody in their business versus scaring people off.
Oh, absolutely. And here's the thing to realize too. Many of us, I think, as I mentioned at the beginning, we come into a network marketing company, we're introduced to it by a friend or family member. We may not know all the ins and outs. Some of you may have come into your company not realizing that these compliance issues even exist, that there are these rules and regulations, there are these bylaws that the companies have. So if you haven't at least taken a look at it when you originally signed up in the company, seek out that information and read through it so you're at least familiar with it. Chances are, if you're doing your business correctly, especially the way we advocate, consistent and correct business building activities,
That's right.
5 simple steps, you're not going to run into any compliance issues.
That's
but
right.
You should at least be familiar with those for the company you're currently affiliated with.
That's right. And she just nailed it as we close this. And thank you guys for the thumbs up. We see that, and we're grateful that you appreciate what we're doing here. Thank you guys. It really gives us, gives me goosebumps when I see that interactivity. So thank you guys. But Ms. Marie, you're absolutely right. You know, the one thing that we always want to do is strive to empower you guys with the proper knowledge. And if you do what we teach you, the CCBBA, you are good to go. You are golden. What you can't control is your downline, but we teach you how to monitor those things. And if it comes to your attention, whether it's from someone in your downline or one of your contemporaries, whatever the case may be, or maybe even from the company itself, where they catch it before you do and they notify you. We also have an episode that we talked about probably about 2 weeks ago, right, Ms. Marie? It's somewhere in that time frame, dealing with rogue leaders and rogue downline. And so you want to go and listen to that episode or watch that episode. You can do that on our podcast platforms or on our YouTube channel. And the thing is that you're going to learn how to deal with those situations immediately, correctly, and things of that nature, so that you can keep it from mushrooming, yeah, that's right, into something much bigger that could have a negative effect on you and your business, okay? Sometimes, as we talked about in that episode, you got to have a spine. You got to have some big balls and stand up like a big boy and address this thing head on and quickly to keep it from really getting out of hand. Would you not agree with that, Miss Marie? I think we both addressed that in that episode, if I remember right.
Yes, and I honestly, it could have been within the past 2 weeks. It could have been within the past 2 months. It all starts running together as you're approaching 100 episodes, right?
It does. Yeah, it does, guys. She's absolutely right. And so, but anyway, the point is that this is a very important. This is not a sexy topic, Miss Marie. A lot of people will go to our site, go to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and they would probably just buzz right over top of this episode thinking that, oh, that's a boring one. I don't want to learn about that. I don't want to learn about that. And that would be a big mistake. Would you not agree?
Well, it would be a mistake, but if you have the opportunity to choose between two titles, and one is Company Compliance and the other is the Elf on the Shelf, they're going for the Elf on the Shelf.
And they have been. You're right. Yeah, she nailed it. That's exactly what's going on. Okay, so with that being said, don't overlook this. I'm going to promote this over the Elf on the Shelf because of the importance of the content. I certainly enjoyed the Elf on the Shelf episode as well, but you got to stick with what really works, and that is things of substance is probably the best way for me to put it. All right, Miss Marie, as we close, as usual, we're going to talk about what we talked about a moment ago, free gifts on the MLMsolution.net, free gifts on the MLMsolution.net. There they are, 4 critical mistakes, 5 simple steps to success, and 0 to networking hero. As we told you, these are short, concise reads, very informative. They complement one another. They're like peanut butter and jelly. You want to get all 3 while you're there. There's no reason not to. They're also complemented with the video and the audio, and those video and audios are designed to take the what you read in the ebooks even to an even higher level. And also there's a lot of free bonuses in there as well. You're going to be shocked at some of the bonuses you get. So while you're there, go ahead and get that. That's why they're there. And while you're on the main page, you will also see that there's a banner and a link to our Black Friday offer. As I told you, the amount of information, the amount of material that is offered here in the Super PAC is embarrassingly rich. There is so much information there, it's almost embarrassing that we're offering it at $49.95, to be honest with you. Ms. Marie doesn't necessarily like that price point, but it's Black Friday. And like everybody else in the retail industry, they're extending their Black Fridays into the end of the year. We're doing the same. Okay, we want you to have every opportunity to get access to this wonderful information. This information could change your business, change your life starting next year. Get this information while you can at this great price and start going through it. You'll be amazed at what you learn. You'll know exactly what to do every step of the way. How powerful is that? You will become your own self-sustaining leader capable of great things. That's why that package is put together. We highly encourage you to go there. You can click on the the image, on the main page, the MLMsolution.net, or you can go to the URL you see here, the MLMsolution.net/Super Friday. Either way, we'll take you to the page where you can get access to this great information immediately. You cannot beat that. Start learning now so that you can have something special happen next year. All right, Miss Marie, with that, I think we're done. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if you realize this, Rob. I just busted out my calculator here for a quick minute. Did you realize our Black Friday special, from the normal price, folks are saving over 80%?
I knew you were going to say that.
Over 80%. That's crazy. I don't see anybody doing more than 50%
giving money away.
Black Friday.
I know.
We're delivering. You're crazy, man.
I know it. I know. You know what? When I put it down $49.95, I thought, this is too deep, because we're hurting ourselves. I mean, look, at $299.95, it's a great deal. If we gave them $100 off, it's still a fantastic deal.
Right. And you gave them $250 off. You're a madman.
I know it. I agree. All right. I got to get out of here. First, you start slapping me through the screen. All right, everybody.
All right. Well, before we go, though, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, we're talking about maintaining your business success. So be sure to join us live right here on our YouTube channel. Tomorrow morning, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, maintaining your business success. You're going to want to hear that one.
And thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're so grateful. And if you will, while you're at our YouTube channel, please share, like, and comment. Okay. Help us get the word out. We're very grateful. Please, we need your help because we can't do this on our own. So please help us out. It's easy to hit the share button, whether you're on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. And while you're at the YouTube channel, hit the little bell twice so that you can get notified when we go live and when we upload new content. That way you can join us each and every time we do go live here. And in the future, Miss Marie, we're going to be offering specials only available during our live events. So people don't want to miss that in the future. So guys, you definitely want to make sure that you join us live each and every day. We're going to be giving away a lot of free, great stuff, not little stuff, big free stuff. All right, please give us a thumbs up if you like what you hear and you understand the points we're making and you can see value in them and how they can help you. We really appreciate that. And we got thumbs up today, Miss Marie. All right, so with that being said, guys, we're going to hop off of here. We've taken up enough of your time. It's no sense in us dragging this out any further. We're ready to go as well. Miss Marie, we will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with another great episode of the MLM Solution. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.